How can we help small businesses recover after this terrible pandemic? How can we get more people vaccinated? How can we keep our country safe from the threat of China and terrorists and Russia and Iran? That's what we should be working on, not putting on trial through an impeachment process someone who's no longer in office. This is a clown show. It's a joke.
All right. And that interview I had with Marco Rubio was right before the whole GameStop market craziness was going on. He says there's simply far more pressing things than to go after a former president via an impeachment trial in the United States Senate that not even the Supreme Court justice is attending. Senator Ben Cardin, Democrat of Maryland, sits on the Senate Finance Committee, so perfect to touch on GameStop with him. But Senator, very good to have you.
Neil, it's good to be with you. Thanks.
You probably heard what Senator Rubio was saying. You've heard it from a lot of your Republican colleagues who say it's a waste of time, unnecessary now. We got far more pressing things to do than to chase a former president who likely isn't going to be convicted in a Senate where most of the Republicans don't even back the trial itself. What do you say?
Well, Neil, we need to do both. The Senate needs to take up the impeachment trial. That's our constitutional responsibility. We've heard over and over again from the courts that the only way to hold a president accountable for his actions while he's president is through the impeachment process. The House has sent us articles of impeachment. We have a constitutional responsibility to conduct the trial. But at the same time, we need to deal with the COVID-19 issues. We need to deal with our economy, and we need to deal with the foreign policy issues. So what Senator Rubio is saying, those issues we need to deal with, but we also can do that at the same time we take up the impeachment trial.
I just get a feeling, and you know the president far better than I, sir, that even he was saying, could we deal with this a little further back? And I guess a consensus was reached to start all of this, the week after next. Is he signaling, and do you worry that he's signaling he's concerned, that this is going to, booby trap Democrats, hurt his agenda, certainly hurt getting the things he wants done, including that stimulus package?
First, on the timing of the trial, it was done at the request of President Trump's attorneys and the House managers. We want to make sure it's a fair trial. We want to give both sides the opportunity they need to present their case and their defense. So that was the judgment that was used in when to start the trial. I know that President Biden wants his cabinet people confirmed. He also wants us to deal with COVID-19. The trials usually start in the afternoon. We have the mornings available to us. Our committees can meet. We can get to those issues. So we're already started the confirmation process. We have more scheduled for next week. We can do both, and we need to do both. Look, these are important issues, and Congress is going to have to, Senate's going to have to work overtime, but we can get both done.
So you're not worried that you're actually giving good publicity to Donald Trump, that if this fails, as it likely will, and certain things could come up that could be completely wrong, Senator, it could help his cause. He might still run for president because this would fail, forbidding him from doing so. And he could be a thorn in Democrats' side, to say nothing of some Republican side. So this has actually helped him, not hurt him. What do you think?
Well, Neil, you can't use this as for the political whim. You have to do what the Constitution requires us to do. So we don't have a choice in this matter. The House has brought us articles of impeachment. We have to conduct a fair trial, and we should conduct a fair trial. No one's above the law. After that January 6th insurrection against our nation, all of us, Democrats and Republicans, were committed to hold everyone responsible that had anything to do with that insurrection, whether it was the President of the United States or those who marched into the Capitol. And we have a responsibility to carry out that responsibility. So I don't think we have a choice on this. How the politics play, all right, that's something that I guess we'll find out, but it can't judge our activity.
Yeah, as you know, the other side is saying you guys are playing with politics, but be that as it may, it's Washington. I understand it. But Senator, you do sit on the Finance Committee. You're pretty well versed in financial matters as well. And I'm just curious what you make of how far Washington should go on this whole GameStop and related issue. A lot of people are free marketeers. They say, let the buyer or the seller beware, up to him or her. What do you say?
Well, I've been following this, and look, I work with Senator Portman. The two of us are working together in regards to retirement security and financial literacy and getting people professional advice. I just urge people to recognize that you shouldn't play games with your with your finances, you should get the best advice you can. We need transparency, and you need to make informed decisions. So be careful. When someone wants to sell you a fast profit, be careful.
Got it, Senator Cardin. We'll watch very, very closely. We'll have much more after this.